I was driving on the highway on the route to Milwaukee, an event in Milwaukee, and I was in cruise control, just listening to some worship music, having a good time. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw the sign that says, slow down ahead. And I'm like, okay, no problem. I got enough time. And I try to disengage the cruise control, but it doesn't work. So I step on the brake. I remember stepping on the brake 3 times, and it didn't work. My car was heading at 100 kilometers an hour into a minivan in front of me. So I grab the steering wheel and I pull off onto the shoulder, and the car still will not stop. I feel the car scraping against the embankment. There goes my rear view mirror. I didn't know what was going to happen. I was scared, confused, but obviously I'm still here today, so I survived. But it left me wondering, why did this happen? Things don't always work the way we want them to. Why do bad things happen to good people? I mean, I'm not perfect, but I consider myself a pretty decent guy. I think it's an important question, and I think there are several responses. One of the answers is because of sin. Now, sin is not just about immoral or wrong choices that people make. Sin is a reality. We live in a broken world, so broken things that don't always make sense actually happen. People don't always get what they deserve or deserve what happens to them. There are very few things we can guarantee in this life, and happiness is not one of them. Now, we don't like pain and suffering, and the fact that Jesus gives us notice that in this life we will have trouble, it's an interesting invitation. Like I said, no one likes to suffer, so this is not the kind of invitation that would warm someone up to Christianity or win them over, but that's because it's only half of the invitation. In John 16:33, Jesus tells his disciples, I've told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Take heart. That's the second part. Jesus has overcome the world. What does it mean that Jesus has overcome the world? Well, one of the few guarantees that we have in this life, beyond our trouble, is the fact that it will end. We will all die. There is a finality to this world, but we don't need to fear death because Jesus conquered it. Jesus surrendered his life to death, and just when everyone thought the story was over, for us as believers, it was just beginning. I was standing at the side of the road, just wondering what had happened, confused, not sure what to do, scared. And I listened for what God said, and he said, continue. And he made a way for me to find my way to Milwaukee. You may be sick in your body. You may be in a difficult time. You may be wondering, what is God going to do? You might be confused, but I want to let you know that beyond this situation, beyond this world and all of its sin-infected hardships, even beyond death, there is an experience that no one really wants. Nobody wants to die, but there is an eternity of healing and wholeness and joy and peace secured for you by the love and power of Jesus Christ, who died, who rose again, and who promises to return for you. This is our ultimate hope.